jump back to my other JMagic that was hooked up to my MMPI instance, I'm going to switch to a different user library because I was in the MarkMag data user library where I had all my Manhattan labels, excuse me. I have a user library called demo that I use for demos. And I'll open up another laser document called MarkMagic invoice. And this is where we're going to get into the topic. It's the first one, so I kind of jumping around. Sorry. It's connecting to database files. And this one, if we do, turn the field list here, it's not using that master format before, but all the ideas here, it's all the same. You can do everything that I'm showing you here with the Manhattan master, so that's no problem. But this format prints data from a flat file. The program generates a long string of data, and everything gets filled in right from top to bottom with all the gray area here. But the company wanted to add an order history section, this little extra section here, and all the order history information is stored in a separate Oracle database. And they wanted to be able to pull in that extra info at print time, but it's not in the flat file data, but there is the customer number in the data. So luckily, the Oracle database also has the customer number along with their order history. So we can use SQL, MarkMagic SQL. So every format can have their own SQL statements generated on them now. This one's, a very simple one. We've seen people go crazy with this and write the biggest SQL statements I've ever seen. But if I edit this one, you can see that it's, select 4 different fields: item number, description, the item description, the date they bought it, the item URL. That gets a little interesting when I'll show you in a moment. But where the customer number is, customer number. So that's already being passed in. So we're just taking data that's already being passed to MarkMagic and using it to retrieve some extra information from an external Oracle DB. And we take the info and push it into these MarkMagic data fields, and then simply link to those new data fields. I've created 3 lines here in this order history section. If we open up the PDF, the resulting PDF from this printout, and scroll through, so you can see the first page. This one has a few orders in it. So customer order 1410, or customer number 1410, excuse me. And it retrieved some order history from the database. You'll see that all this info is from the flat file, this detail section, but then the order history is bumped right here at the end, and you can see it all got brought in. And remember when I said you can bring in the URL? I was like, that's interesting. How does that work? So the PDF actually converts that to a clickable link. So I just clicked on the fishing rod, and you can click to see, what those are. So those URLs work. You go to the next page, and you remember when I said there was only 3 available lines that I created on the format? See 3. What it did was since it retrieved more than 3 lines from the Oracle database, MarkMagic was smart enough to duplicate this page and fill in the rest on a new page from the lookup. So you can see it's still order 1410, or customer number 1410 here. So I go back to the top, next page. There's the last order history. Now we go to the next one. It's a new customer number. Again, the conditions did something here. We have conditions on this format that this person didn't have an order history. This was the first time they bought something. So conditions turned off this whole section. And then we go next. You can see tons of detail here. And again, conditions moved the order history section down. So it's like, floating footer and all that good stuff. And they only had, this one has 5, I think. Let's see, 224. 224, yeah, it retrieved 5 order history records from the DB. So, and then that last one didn't have any order history, so the conditions turned it off. So, very cool. You can do a lot of neat things combining the SQL plus conditions and make a really neat looking form. Look at those rounded corners too. Wink, wink.
Very cool.